Alrighty, what's poppin' everybody? Welcome in. This is BabyNation.com back here with another video, guys. Welcome back to NBA Week 8. I can't believe it's already Week 8. It doesn't feel like it's not Week 8 or something like that. It doesn't feel like it's like Week 6, week 5 almost. But anyway, guys, welcome back to Week 8. Anyway, we have our NBA predictions. We're here normally every single Tuesday, but since I had to get the NBA in-season tournament predictions out yesterday, I have to push it back in today. And then in the NFL pick show will be out also tonight, so make sure you guys make sure you guys go check that out. I really do appreciate your support. There is your leaderboard. Well, not the leaderboard, I meant to say for the pick show, but there is how I'm doing so far this year. Last week we went 35-20. I think I could have done a little bit better than that, but it is what it is. But my overall record is looking pretty damn good. Now 112-91 right now. Gotta be pleased about that. And then I did ended up picking an undefeated day last week, so let's go ahead and keep these winnings going. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, join Discord, follow me on Twitch. Both links are in the description, and make sure you guys go check out all our future videos and content. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right into the picks. We actually do have a pretty short slate this week, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the picks. Let's get it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so kicking things off here, we have a pretty interesting one here that I just don't know what to predict here. We have Sacramento going into Indiana, which is a short Monday slate because there's only 3 games and all of it's on Prime Video. Anyway, here I'm going to take the Pacers this time at home. I mean, if they're wearing their city's uniforms and at home playing against a team that's not too much better than them in Sacramento, I think they can edge it out. But is it going to be easy? No, because I do think the Pacers should be able to edge this one out. But I do think that Sacramento could potentially keep this one close. But I'm going to take Indiana. I know Indiana's been awful too, but I think they'll win it. Next up, we got the Suns going into the Wolves. Okay, these are 2 teams that are just kind of going in the opposite direction so far. Phoenix has been, so far in the season, pretty damn impressive, or at least better than what I've been talking about. And I said that yesterday during my during the in-season tournament predictions here. And then you have Minnesota, who's just playing like out of their minds right now. So I'm gonna take Minnesota. It's at home. We're in the throwbacks. I'm gonna take them here. Like I said, it's not gonna be easy. It's kind of like Sacramento, Indiana. It's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna take them to win it. We'll take the Timberwolves in the nail bite here, but it's gonna be a dogfight. And last but not least, the last game here on Monday, we have San Antonio going into New Orleans. Like I said, the New Orleans is just another team that I just can't pick right now because New Orleans, they're so damn bad. At the same time, like the Spurs are now, they're not the most consistent team, but the thing about San Antonio is they're capable. Like they're capable of winning any game. So with this game, I know it's in New Orleans, no one's Prime Video here, but I gotta take San Antonio. They're more capable to win, so I'm gonna take them to win. Plus, I think they've been playing better, and they have proven that they can win even without Wemby. So I'll take the Spurs here comfortably, and I don't know what to say about New Orleans, but they're a bad team, and not really expecting to win this game at all. I'll go San Antonio. Alright, ladies and gents, and now moving on to our Tuesday slate here, and if you guys haven't watched my video, the in-season tournament bracket predictions video, make sure you guys go check it out. But basically what I already explained these games kind of out, so we're just gonna go fast forward. But either Tuesday and Wednesday slate, we're just gonna kind of fast forward because we already been through these games. But anyway, the first things first here, we have Miami at Orlando, and I'm gonna take Orlando to win this game because they're at home and they have the better defense. And I know Miami has the better offense; they can score, but I think the home team really plays in the factor here. If Miami was home, I probably would take them to win this game, but nah, it's in Orlando. I think Orlando plays smart, they play conservative. I know Franz Wagner was out for Orlando, not very much could hurt him, but I got the Magic winning this game. If at home, I think we'll do it, but it should be a good game though. Battle of Florida, can't wait. Alright, and now our second game here on Tuesday in the in-season tournament quarterfinals here on Prime Video once again. We have the Knicks playing against the Toronto Raptors. By the way, like I said yesterday, this will be a close game. This will be a great game. I can see Toronto winning this game because Toronto has been undefeated on the road here. I mean, undefeated, well, not on the road because they were undefeated on the road, but they are also undefeated in the tournament. We have New York is coming in. They're coming in red hot too, and I think they're the better team. Plus, Karl-Anthony Towns is coming back for this game, and Toronto's a little bit more banged up and not playing as good as they once were. So in this game here, I will take New York to win it. I think they're the better team at the moment. I do think they'll edge it out, but it's not going to be the most easiest win in the world. I can see a scenario where Toronto wins this game, especially at home. I'm not going to fall for it. I think the Knicks are going to win. I think they've been playing a little bit better as of late. Alright, ladies and gents, now moving on to our Wednesday slate here. In the first game here, we have Phoenix going into OKC. Like I said, we already talked about this in yesterday's video here. And like I said, I do think this will be a competitive game. I do think Phoenix will fight, but the question is Devin Booker really going to be playing this game? That's going to be the thing. I think he will, because if he's out, the Suns have no chance to win this game. But, I mean, just even regardless, you have no chances to win this game, because you're playing against OKC and OKC. You're playing against one of the best. You're playing against probably one of the best teams I think we ever seen in their house and on in like a playoff type atmosphere. Like I'm not expecting Phoenix to win this game. Actually, to me, it would be crazy if Phoenix won this game, because OKC is just OKC. They're dominant. They're hard to beat. I gotta go OKC, man. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, the Lakers don't have to face them. So Suns, please win, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll take the Thunder. And the last game here of the NBA Cup quarterfinals here, we have the Spurs going into the Lakers here. This will be a pretty tough game, because San Antonio will be coming off of a second half of back-to-back in this game, because they do, I mean, never mind, not second half of back-to-back. Well, no, because they're coming off on Tuesday, so having a one-game rest, the Lakers are going to have more of an advantage going to this game, because one, they're home, and two, they're at rest here. And like I said yesterday, if the Lakers defense is not on point, San Antonio will kick your ass, because they have a team full of offensive weapons down there. But I will take LA to win it. I mean, as long as we have LeBron, I think Luka's going to get back in formation here. I think LeBron's going to work well, and I think LeBron's still getting his legs underneath him. I think he's coming off a really good performance last game. I think the Lakers can win this game, but it's at home, which I do think it will help. But I'm going to go with LA and win this game. This game is in San Antonio. I will be a little more scared about it, or if Wemby plays, I will be a little bit more scared about it, but I don't think he will play. Therefore, the Lakers are more healthier. I think they're the better team. I think they have the better offense. I'll take them to win the game, but it's not going to be easy. Alright, ladies and gents, and now moving on to the Thursday slate here, and we have a good one here. The first game one, we have the Clippers going into Houston. Well, it should be a good one. Both of these two teams will play out of their ass, but at the same time, both of these two teams are not playing well. So I mean, but let's just face it, Houston's the better team. This should be a hard one to pick, because nobody look at the game. It's like, oh, okay, these are two even teams you're going at it, but the Rockets are just substantially better than the Clippers right now. They're playing much more. They play much more fluid basketball. They're playing with pace. Their offense looks good, and if I'm being honest, I'm going to predict this to be an ass beating. I think Houston kicks their ass. And now moving on here to our Eastern Conference game. Well, this should be a good game. I don't know necessarily it's going to be a good game, but it should be a good game here. Anyway, next up here we have Boston at Milwaukee. Listen, I really want to pick the Bucks to win this game. I really want to, because they're at home, and the Bucks really need to get the rolling. I know the Bucks have been kind of offensive late. If you want to say that, that's fair, because the Bucks have actually not been playing good enough basketball as a credit for it, but mainly because they're losing, and Boston's been red hot. But in this game here, I hope I'm wrong here, but I'm gonna have to take the Celtics to win. The Bucks are a little bit too banged up right now, and I understand they're at home and they have a great possibility to win this game. Like I said, the Bucks are a team that just comes out of nowhere and just shows up and just win basketball games. But this one here in particular, I'm not really expecting them to win this game. This is a tough team that they're playing against. This is a team that's red hot right now in the Boston Celtics. I think they figure out to find a way to win this game, but like I said, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Milwaukee wins this game, but I cannot pick it. I'll go Boston. Alright, and now moving on to our other game here on Wednesday, not Wednesday, on Thursday here. But anyway, this is should be another interesting one here. We have Portland going into New Orleans. And the reason why I say this game is going to be remarkably interesting is because New Orleans is at home in this game. And that could definitely mean something here, but I'm not going to pick it. I think Orlando's going to win. I think Trailblazers are going to win this game pretty comfortably. I mean, I know they're on the road, but these teams have just been playing a lot better than New Orleans as of late. And it's just really one-dimensional to pick New Orleans to win a game right now. It just feels like they're one of the worst teams in the league right now. I think if the Trailblazers, as long as they go out there and do what they're supposed to do, I think they can find a way to get away with this win. So we'll go Portland. Alrighty, moving on to our last game here on Thursday, we have Denver going into Sacramento. Dude, have these two teams played like 5 or 6 times already? Like, doesn't it feel like these two teams played like 3 or 4 times already this season, and we're only in week 8? Anyway, here I'm going to take Denver to win it. Sure, I can actually see Denver losing this game, because they do have some injuries. Christian Brown is going to be out for a good bit. Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, they both been out. It looks like they're going to be out for them two. Both are going to be out for a good bit. And we look at Sacramento at home; they could be a little sneaky here, but I think Denver's the better team, and Denver's been finding ways to win without those two, and I think playing against a team like Sacramento, which I do think they're more capable of beating against, I think they'll beat them, but it's not going to be easy, but I do think they will take them down here, and I'm going to say this game is actually a nail biter. If that Nuggets really healthy, I would predict it's not pounding here, but nah, Nuggets are banged up. It's going to challenge them a little bit, but I think Jokic and Murray doesn't have to win the game. I'll take Denver. And now moving on here to, I think this is actually our busiest slate of the day. I think Friday is actually the busiest slate of the entire week here. But anyway, the first one here, we have kind of like a snooze fest here. We have Cleveland going into Washington. Listen, you guys gotta bet me. You guys gotta basically pray on your knees and just call something out. Like, either beg me or do something if you guys actually want me to pick Washington. There's absolutely no fucking way I'm picking Washington to win this game. Not playing against a team like Cleveland. Absolutely not. This is gonna be a snot pounding here. I mean, Cleveland's gonna beat them up pretty good. Now we have the Bulls visiting Charlotte. I think this World Cup's actually going to be a pretty entertaining game here for a couple of reasons. The Bulls have not been the most consistent team at all. And look at Charlotte. They're not really a good team either, but I do think they can push the Bulls. And it's kind of crazy I'm saying this because the Bulls have actually started really hot to start the year. And then all of a sudden I don't know what happened or what was going on by the time they weren't so hot. But anyway, here I am going to take Chicago to win it. I do think they are slightly the better team here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hornets win this game. It's kind of like this scenario about me saying like they're at home playing against a team that's not too much better than them, and that definitely could play in a factor here. But I think the Bulls should be able to win. It just feels like a game the Bulls should be able to win, and I'll kind of be shocked that they would have lost. But I'll go with the Bulls, man. Like, I could be wrong here. Alright, now we have Atlanta going into Detroit on NBA TV. By the way, very interesting combinations about which team's uniforms I'm wearing here. Anyway, here, I'm going to pick Detroit to win it. I think Detroit is the better team right now. Sure, Atlanta, I think is a good team too, but they actually have been playing, actually, let's be honest here, they've been playing a little bit better without Trae Young as of late, but I gotta go with the Pistons. They're at home, they're red hot, the team's first place in the Eastern Conference, playing like the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. I gotta go Detroit to win it, but I could I be wrong here? Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if I'm wrong, but gotta go with my gut here, and my gut is telling me that Detroit should be able to win this game. Like I said, I would be shocked if Detroit does lose this game, but I'm not gonna predict that happen. I think Detroit will win the game. Now we got Utah at Memphis. Could be an interesting game here. Like I said, the Jazz. Here's the thing about the Jazz everybody's getting wrong. Yes, the Jazz are a bad team. Let's get that out of the way. The Jazz are a bad team. But they will compete with you. If they compete with you and they keep this game markedly close, I can see them winning, man. But I'm not going to pick it here. I think Memphis are the better team. I think Memphis at home has to do a big part about this. So I'll take the Grizzlies to win it. I'm not the most comfortable about it. In the throwbacks too. Now Ja Morant needs to get back on the basketball court. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but hopefully he's not out too much longer because Memphis does need him. But I'm going to go with the Grizzlies to win it. Like I said, they should be able to win this game, but look out for the Jazz, man. They could be a little sneaky in this one. And now we move on to our other game here on NBA TV. We have Minnesota going into Golden State. Like I said, this is another game that I could just see it being close. I could just see it going either way. I think Minnesota's been playing well. I think Golden State's been playing well. Honestly, I think this one's going to be a clash. It should be a really good game here. But I'm going to give the sliders to Golden State, even though I don't know if Steph Curry's going to come back in this game or not. I do not know if this is the game he's coming back or if he's coming back this week at all. I heard it was like 1 to 2 weeks for the injury, so maybe he might be back for this game. But I'm going to take the Warriors to win it just because they're the home team here, and I feel pretty comfortable about their chances at home. But it's just another game. It's just a coin flip, man. It could just go either way, but I'm going to lean towards the Warriors. Now we got the Pacers at the Sixers. I mean, I'm gonna take Philadelphia to win this game. Sure, Philadelphia has not been the most consistent team at all, but Indiana has been probably one of the more disappointing teams. Well, I can't even say that. I can't even blame them because they've been injured on basically the whole year, and they don't have Tyrese Halliburton, so I can't say nothing. But when we hear the Sixers are on their throwbacks, they're playing a lot better. They've been hanging around with a lot of good teams as of late, and I do think the Sixers should be able to win this game just based off of that. But could I be wrong here? Absolutely, but I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm gonna take the Sixers to win it. They'll be playing slightly better, and I know they have some injuries to concerns, but I do think they'll find a way to win this game. I'll take Philly. And now moving on to the last game here on Friday, we have Brooklyn going into Dallas. Okay, this is just a game. It's just gonna be stupid, man. I mean, I am going to pick the Mavericks to win it, but holy shit. Like I said, I think this one's going to be boring. It's going to be slow, but I do think the Mavericks will edge them out. I'll take Dallas, but this one can go either way, man. And last but not least, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and skip right into the Sunday slate because the Saturday slate is going to be whoever comes out of those Eastern Conference in the NBA play-in tournament. I'll keep saying play-in tournament, the in-season tournament. So whoever comes out of the Eastern Conference for those two will play on Saturday. So we're just going to go ahead and skip right into Sunday here. So starting things off here, we have Washington playing Indiana. Like I said, I'm not picking Washington, man. I refuse to pick Washington. I mean, Washington looks like like seriously, they're that bad. I refuse to pick them here. I think Indiana should be able to win this game, regardless if they're terrible. Regardless if they're at home, Indiana should be able to win this game. Next up, we have Philly at Atlanta. This is another game that I can just see going either way. I can see anybody winning this game. This is probably one. Actually, matter of fact, this is probably one of the hardest games for me to pick on the week here. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna leave the home team here and just pick Atlanta to win it. I said I don't really have a good reason why I'm picking Atlanta here, but I do. But I'll just give them this slight edge here. It's not gonna be easy. I know that for sure. It's gonna be bold-headed. It's gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna pick Atlanta to win it by like a net hair. It's gonna be a close game. I can tell you that for sure. But I'm gonna lean towards I'm going to lean with the home team. After that, we have Charlotte going into Cleveland. I mean, if Cleveland doesn't find a way to win this game, I mean, it would be kind of embarrassing. Honestly, it would be embarrassing as hell if Cleveland find a way to lose this game. I don't think Cleveland has a shot to lose this game. As at home, you're playing against a really bad team in Charlotte who Melo Ball just may not even play. Like, this should be like a clear-cut win here for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they gotta need a game like this because Cleveland, I almost keep saying, like, I think Cleveland's good. I think Cleveland's the best team in the Eastern Conference, man, but they're not playing up to that potential yet. I think this is where they need to get going here. They have a much favorable schedule coming up. They're playing against a lot of bad teams. This is when Cleveland needs to start getting some ass whoopings in there. And I do think they'll start here against Charlotte. After that, we have Milwaukee at Brooklyn. Like, is there a chance that Brooklyn actually keeps this game close? I mean, I can actually see it. Normally, I would predict the ass beating here, but I'm not really going to predict it. Sure, I mean, my result here is not going to change. I mean, my result has always been Milwaukee, and that's what I'm going to stick with here. But the Bucks have been a little bit inconsistent, it feels like. Like, the Bucks, they just feel like they're not out to the winning ways, especially nowhere near as good as they were at the beginning of the season. But at the same time, you're playing against a really bad Brooklyn team, and you should be able to edge this one out. I'm not the most comfortable. I'm not going to call it a lock, but I do think the Bucks should be able to win the game, though. So I'm curious what the spread is going to be in this game, but I'll take Milwaukee, though. Now we have Sacramento at Minnesota. Listen, I guess Minnesota really loves the throwback uniforms. I don't know why, because it feels like every single time they wear it now, they wear it at home. And I get it. Those throwbacks look amazing. It looks awesome. It looks like one of the best throwbacks in the league so far this year. And yeah, I am going to take them. They are at home playing against Sacramento. They are the much better team than Sacramento. They should be able to. This game should be an ass beating. I'm not going to lie. I would be surprised if this game's not an ass beating. Minnesota, they're clearly better. They're playing better basketball. It's just everything is leaning towards Minnesota. They're the better basketball team. They're playing better basketball. Their offense is much better. Their defense is much better. The home and their home. The advantage here is Minnesota all the way. Now we have a very interesting one here between Golden State at Portland. I just don't know. I just find this game to be interesting because I think this one could go either way, actually. I mean, Golden State should be able to win the game, but like I said, this is kind of like what I said about Milwaukee and Brooklyn. This is not going to be a lock. Like, I can see the Trailblazers actually finding a way to win this game. Now, could I be wrong here? I mean, I could be, but I'm not going to act like this is like it's just like the end of the world here. I mean, at the end of the day here, I am going to trust the Golden State Warriors a little bit more, but something's telling me this is going to be a good game. Something's telling me something's telling me in my gut saying that Portland's going to give them the run worth of their money, but I just refuse to pick it. I'm not going to go with the Bulls and Trailblazers. I'll go with the Warriors here. Should be a close game though, but I'm going to take Golden State. And moving on, guys, this is going to finish up week 8. Actually, like I said, it's a pretty short slate this week. We don't really have a lot of games anyway. But anyway, the last game here on week 8, we have New Orleans going into Chicago, and I gotta take Chicago to win this game. Chicago is the better team at the moment, the Chicago Bulls. And I know the Bulls have been cold. I understand that. I know the Bulls have not been playing as good as of late. But they're at home playing against one of the worst teams in the league. I think they can find a way to get a win here. Obviously, it would be kind of disappointing if the Bulls won all the Wolves. But if the Bulls lost this game, I'll be disappointed because I said no one's been bad, and the Bulls are they're good to start the season. I don't know what's going on right now, but overall, I think their team is just much better than the Pelicans right now. So I'll take Chicago. But like I said, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the video. Like I said, we have a pretty short slate this week, so let me guys know in the comments below what you guys have for these games. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have a much busier schedule next week, so I don't think anything's going to change that much. But like I said, if you guys haven't already, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you guys please support me, subscribe, join all of our Discords and stuff. I really appreciate the channel. Shout out the channel. I really do appreciate y'all. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this out so you guys can watch it on time, whip it up, so you guys can go ahead and watch it. I appreciate everybody's support. This is BabyNation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the picture later on tonight. Alright, everybody, we'll see you then. Peace.